Hello, and welcome to another edition of A Quantum Leap Year. I am Tim Lee. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your support. Today, I want to talk about health. That's been really heavy on my heart, to be cliche, for some time now, actually. And I want to just talk about some of my philosophies and beliefs and hope that you can entertain them and let's heal ourselves, right? But that is actually the case. I believe that we have the ability to heal ourselves. We have the ability to heal ourselves, and we're entering into a space in the universe or in time where we're going to need to be more like Jesus than ever before. And if you know what Jesus is like, especially considering what is going on politically, what is going on in the medical industry with all of these pharmaceutical drugs and how much money things are costing, we need people who are able to be above fear, above sickness, above death, similar to how Jesus was. And because of his position above all that is the rigmarole of life, he was able to speak to things on the level where they were existing or the level where they were caused. So the cause is always in the invisible sphere. The cause is always in the invisible sphere. So medical science, as we know, has its shortcomings because it only treats the physical. But we are getting to a place in our thinking and being and believing where we know that there is more than just the physical. Anyone who doubts that, you can go ahead and unsubscribe. You're not going to agree with anything I say. But there is more than physical. Everything matriculates down from spiritual or down to emotional, then down to mental, and then down to the physical eventually, right? I'm not sure if that is the exact order, but you get the point. So when you start talking about healing yourself, one, we've got to look at the philosophies differently. And we got to not marry the idea that we have to have some sort of medicine to heal ourselves. Now, if we still believe that we need it, I'm not saying get off it at all. I'm saying we've got to do some things in conjunction with it, whether it is changing our eating habits and changing our believing habits, changing our activity habits, which might include exercise and things like that. But we're going to get there. Okay, so let's get to the point. First, it is really important for us to realize that the earth and the world as we know it may be a lot more than what we think. Now, I'm not saying that I believe this completely, but it's something to consider. And I want to paint the picture in the context of Horton Hears a Hoot. When we were children, we may have read the book. If you have children, you may have read your children the book. But Horton Hears a Hoot is about an elephant that found a universe on a speck of dust, I believe it was. So the idea that we on this planet, we with the universe and all that we know, what if we were on a speck of dust? Similarly, you have in Men in Black the thought that the universe is contained in something that is as small as a pearl or a jewel that can fit around a cat's neck or on a cat's collar. Do you see what I'm saying? If I'm too old and you don't remember these ideas, consider it. Consider these things. So last one to consider, what if we are a vessel or a cell in the body of a giant? You know? And so the idea is that the bigger it gets, the bigger it gets. And the bigger it gets, the smaller it gets. And the smaller it gets, the smaller it gets. So you have an infinite number of possibilities as it relates to bigness and an infinite number of possibilities as it relates to smallness. So if we are a giant inside of if we are inside of a giant, what if that giant is inside of another giant, which may be inside of another giant? And then what if we are giants and then they're smaller? You see what I'm saying? In front of us, what if it keeps getting that big or that small? Are you following me? I hope so. Well, I was thinking about all of those possibilities. Just I don't know what sparked them, and it may not be important. But I was like, what if like the natural disasters that we're experiencing are remnants of emotional thing that the giant's going through? What if the seasons are like cycles in the giant's life? You see what I'm saying? So then I started to get present to the fact that this giant's mind is in a real sense controlling our experiences here. This giant's emotions are controlling our experiences here. And if it's true for the giant, then is it also true for us? Right? Are we a giant with cells in our bodies that are being harmed and or hurt that we need to control? Right? It's like the notion that the earth is a living organism. And in that livingness, the earth has, hmm, the earth is sick because we are sick. And if we get well, the earth will get well, right? So I took that and I was like, man, if we are sick physically and really, are we sick because our cells are sick? And can we heal ourselves at a cellular level and then start to see, right, healing and health on those levels? So I hope this is all clear and I hope it's making sense to some people. But I eventually get to the point where I started to write this affirmative prayer. And I got that language from Michael Beckwith, who is a spiritual leader in the New Age thought philosophy. And it like combines affirmations with prayer, making both of them, powerful. And I actually wrote one that I want to share with you all in another video, but I want to just kind of give the first few lines to kind of make this point, and then I'm going to be done. But the first two lines are, I am the Lord of my body. I speak and it obeys. I project my thoughts upon it. It does whatever I say. Yeah, those are the first four lines. I am the Lord of my body. I speak and it obeys. That is a huge kind of revelation that really helps me to feel more confident when I am in my prayers. Now, again, me being the Lord of my body has nothing to do or takes away no power from the Lord of life if you are a Christian, perhaps. So they're not conflicting notions, right? But shifting our thoughts into this kind of dynamic where we can control our bodies in the same way, if it is real, that the giant and its emotions and its thoughts are controlling us and our experiences, is huge. So these are just a few thoughts, friends. I want to release probably a little later the entire kind of poem slash affirmative prayer. And I want you to just share what you think. I hope this is helpful. I really am concerned about health and the health of myself, the health of the world. And I want us all to see if we can rise in our vibration and start to be in a place where we can be less dependent upon a industry that, like vultures, are just sucking us dry, and we're paying for medicine that in a real sense may make us more sick. I think I've said a lot, but this is what this is about. It's a quantum leap year. We're moving beyond the next level, and a part of that is shifting our mentalities and those thoughts. Friends, thank you for watching. Please comment on your thoughts and let me know if this is something that resonates with you. I love you all. See you next time.